Hello, welcome back everybody to another My Team episode. My Team episode 8 for the British Grand Prix. I don't know at the moment about this one. It's gonna be a difficult one. I've struggled with finding a setup so far for this track. I also wouldn't say it's one of my best circuits if I'm going to be entirely honest with you, but sure, look, we'll give it a go anyway. And we'll see what we can do out of this race. Hoping for some good things. But again, we'll have to wait and see. So let's get right into it. Obviously, I decided to skip quali. It was absolutely horrendous. Long story short, we didn't even get into fucking Q2. So yeah, no, it was horrible. So basically, we're starting from the back of the grid. Anyway, let's get into it.
Welcome along then to Great Britain and the Great Silverstone Circuit for today's Grand Prix. With good opportunities to overtake at the end of the Wellington and Hangar Straights, there's a lot of potential for close action around the 3.6 miles of the Silverstone Circuit. With 18 corners and average lap speeds of around 145 miles per hour, it's also one of the longest and quickest circuits on the calendar. Also here, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Mr. Monaco. That was a solid result in their last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Norris, Max Verstappen, and Perez, Gasly, Sainz, Fernando Alonso, and Yuki Tsunoda, Ocon, Stroll, Mr. Monaco, and Giovinazzi, Russell, Mick Schumacher, Charles Leclerc, they've taken a grid penalty, and Nicholas Latifi, Lundgaard, Vettel, Raikkonen, and Nikita Mazepin. That's it then, it's time to go racing, as we head to trackside for today's race.
Alright, here we are on the grid.
Finished last race. Let's aim to keep the momentum going.
But anyway, yeah, here we are on the grid. We're just going to skip right to the end, skip the strategy stuff, blah blah, we don't need to see it. Anyway, here we go, 5 red lights. And away we go. It's a pretty poor getaway if I'm going to be completely honest with you. A few grid penalties were applied to P13. We actually go straight into turn 1, full sending around the outside. Let's go up the inside of a few cars here now as well. Stroll completely sends it more than I did. As we try to go back around the outside of him to see if we can get the position of P8 as we're actually up to P9. That's an absolutely super start. Stroll backs out, so giving us the speed advantage, which puts us now into P8 within 4 or 5 corners there. That is an absolutely, that's a banger of a start, I tell you now. And obviously everyone else is on the mediums up ahead. Could go well, but who knows. Anyway, lap 3, as they're all starting to pull ahead as expected. Nikita Mazepin has just retired from this session there as well, as you can see the yellow flags in the corner. Sainz is really close. He's actually got a bit of a run because, well, he's probably got more downforce through cops as we just keep our line as he's gone ahead. We try again to hold it around the outside. Just about still hold him off. But he's going to have DRS, but Stroll appears to have a better run. Stroll is going to have a go now. He's ahead of Sainz, he's just about ahead of us, but we're still going to defend on the inside to see if we can get that position, which we do manage to hold on to it. Just about, though, by the skin of our teeth.
Green flag. Green flag.
There's green flags, obviously, from Mazepin's retirement. As that's actually brilliant stuff, holding on to P8 there. Obviously, just a bit unlucky with we've got our pace, obviously, just isn't suiting this track right now, so we're kind of holding on for dear life. Anyway, here comes Stroll on the attack again. He goes to the inside I prefer the outside while defending here, so we're going to try our best to hold around the outside, which we do. We do hold around the outside, and Stroll has to still stick it in for P9, as he's also got signs behind him, but we're holding up everyone. As I just mentioned, we're completely holding up everyone. Our pace at this track, clearly the car just doesn't suit. Obviously, Season 1 car anyway. Anyway, here comes Stroll again, up the inside to Maggots and Beckett's. Can we just hold on to it? We do, just about. We go a bit wide there as well, which is not good. But we do manage to stay ahead of them. We completely lost the back end, and we're onto the gravel, onto the grass. We managed to lose it there on the exit of just coming into Chapel, should I say. And that's us down into P17. That is not good. Here goes Vettel, but we do... Yes, Vettel passes us. No. He does.
Okay, we've lost the position.
We're going to defend and try and get it back, which we do end up getting it back, but I can't believe I've just bottled that. How did I just do that? I can't believe we've after doing that. Oh no. Now we're going to have to try fight back. I don't think there's any points in the board now because of that. Anyway, we're just behind Mick Schumacher for this is for P16. He's actually a very poor run there out of Chapel. Schumacher has no DRS. We're easily passed with some overtake use.
Be careful,
DRS.
I think you're going to start losing
And there you
some
go.
tyre grip around
Easy
now.
as you like it. Well, that is now P16. So we are now on a fight back. But it's all depending on what will happen, really. Anyway, we come in for our first pit stop on lap 11. I think our pit stop was originally supposed to be on lap 12.
Complete, go now.
But it didn't go so well, so we're just going to have to stick with how it went for these tyres and hopefully make them last as long as we
Up to
can.
speed now.
But
Let's get some heat
there's
into
a bit of
those tyres.
oversteer down the exit, just with the whole bump, I guess, the elevation. But yeah, we'll try and fight back the best we can. We're currently on the way to try undercut George Russell, as he's actually in the pits now, so is Vettel, so we might try undercut him as well, even though he's behind us, but we're just going to pull out that extra bit of gap, you know. But we're going to have to see where George Russell is. He's just exiting the pits now, so we'll have to see. There he is. As are we going to get him? We're alongside. Around the outside we go, George Russell. We do have the position, and the undercut has worked, and the undercut is actually quite powerful around Britain, so as we've seen before in real life, and obviously you've seen it here now, one lap can change everything. Actually, here comes Russell again, but we do defend a bit aggressively, if I'm going to be honest. There, we shouldn't have really moved across that much. That's a bit of I don't know. I don't think it was too bad. But anyway, skip to the end of the race. Absolutely nothing happened for the rest of the race. It was a real boring Grand Prix for myself. But we do catch up to Giovinazzi and Ocon. So we can potentially get 2 more positions on the board here.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
It'd be nice to get those 2 positions, just for the sake of it, I guess. As we're obviously not close enough this time round, but can we possibly get a good run out of Stowe? It actually appears we do. We're going to go for the move down the inside, just into the Vel chicane, and that is a brilliant move there on Giovinazzi. And then it's open to P14. That is an extra position now for ourselves.
Nice overtake.
Just for bragging rights, I guess, because there's no way we're getting points unless 2 people crash, or 3 people, should I say, actually, up ahead, but I doubt it. Anyway, skip to exactly a lap later, basically, as we're up behind Ocon. We are just about lucky that Ocon couldn't get DRS off Sonoda, who was obviously on the slower tyre, and Ocon probably in the quicker car, possibly, not really sure. Anyway, he doesn't have DRS. We're going to absolutely sail up his inside, and we're just, easy as you like it, through for P13. Sonoda's too far ahead, considering it's the final lap. That's a good way to end it off, in my opinion. Obviously Lewis Hamilton wins his home Grand Prix again. Not the greatest race for ourselves, but overall a good comeback after that mistake, and I have to say I'm pretty happy with that.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
and Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
Well, that's the end of it.
So
That's the
then,
end
it's
of,
time to see how
the
this
British
result
Grand Prix,
affects the
unfortunately.
Drivers' Championship. After an incredible performance, Lewis Hamilton
the
secures the
closest
top
thing
spot in the
you could
Drivers'
get is
Championship.
P13.
Now, let's discuss, Ant, who would
Unfortunately,
you
no
say
points.
is a contender for Driver of the Day?
Well, my driver of the day has to be Charles Leclerc.
But
He was
obviously we
unstoppable out on the
didn't
track
gain or
today,
lose any
weaving
positions,
through
so at
the
least that was
competition
something
with
good, I
ease.
guess.
It's time to check
I guess
out the
there's a lot of,
constructors' standings. Mercedes
good
continue
times
to
involved.
extend
Anyway, we
their
have a look at
lead.
the championship.
Well, Ant, an end to another
Literally, there was only
fantastic weekend of
there was only
racing.
two
Thanks
people
to
that
everyone
moved, and
who
that
joined
was
us,
Hamilton
and we'll see you
and
for the next
Bottas.
one.
Hamilton moves 13 points ahead, as nothing happens in the constructors either anyway. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, hit like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.